You know what I mean? So it's good to beef with him than be cool with him because he can do some crazy stuff.
There's a new twist in the story of the Tank and Mayweather. According to recent news, their upcoming fight may involve techniques or changes in training that were not planned for, which could affect the result.
Touch on is the Floyd situation, you know. Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing great.
It's been a long time since the fight started, and Tank has even said that he will knock Floyd out. It looks like his words were put to the test when word got out that they were going to fight.
I had somebody reach out. I think I had my assistant reach out to him on social media. And I think we met in New York. After that, I think the next day he was on a yacht with me in Miami. You know how I move around.
After a public fight that made things worse between the two boxers, the long-awaited fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and rising star Gervonta Tank Davis was officially announced yesterday.
I wanted to introduce him to it, letting him know the world is bigger than just the USA. The world is bigger than just being in Baltimore.
Mayweather and Davis have never had an easy time getting along. Floyd Mayweather, a 5-division world winner with a record, took Davis under his wing. Under the name Mayweather Promotions, Gervonta Davis, who now has a great record, was seen as Mayweather's protege. Davis moved up quickly and won a lot of world titles while building a big fan base.
Entertaining work at that particular time. So I said, you know what? I like this kid.
But cracks started to show in their friendship when Davis felt like Mayweather had too much power over his business. Davis didn't like how Mayweather ran his fights, his marketing, and the J-Path in general. Late in 2015, the tension reached its peak when Davis scolded Mayweather in public for not giving him the freedom he thought he was entitled to.
Announced that he's leaving Mayweather Promotions. What do you have to say about his departure?
My focus, honestly, is on Saturday.
There was public conflict when Davis posted a number of angry tweets and Instagram posts about his feelings. Davis said that Mayweather put his own fame ahead of developing his boxes. He said that Mayweather was trying to live vicariously through Davis and other young fighters by using their success to stay relevant.
Somebody getting them to a point and then having some differences.
I've always been a gentleman. I've always been respectful.
Mayweather has never been afraid of controversy, and in an interview, he reacted by saying that Davis's criticisms were the fault of a young, inexperienced boxer who doesn't understand how boxing makes money.
I say certain things, they say, oh, he's hating. There's no different from when I talked about the thing with Gervonta.
According to Mayweather, everything he did was meant to ensure Davis's long-term success and financial security. Mayweather also said that Davis's meteoric rise in the sport was mostly due to the advertising machine he had built.
Like taking a kid that come from the same background as you and helping them and put them in a position to become a multi-millionaire.
As the war of words went on, both sides started to make more personal attacks on each other. Davis said that Mayweather was trying to hurt Davis's career because he was jealous of how good Davis was. Mayweather, on the other hand, attacks Davis's work ethic and discipline. He talked about times when Davis had not been disciplined or had legal problems. This made it sound like Davis needed to grow up and take his job more seriously. Mayweather also said Davis wasn't thankful for the chances and help he had given him.
Years later, I started working with him, helped him, pushed him to be great.
When asked if he would fight Tank, Mayweather said in a simple but threatening way, "It's so upsetting to see someone you brought up going against you. But we are fighters. Fighting is what we do best. And if that means I have to beat some discipline into him in the ring, then why not?" Those little wins made him confident in everything. And it's about time he learns actually let's do it. This sparked the feud.
You know, he's grew wings where he can fly, become his own boss. More power to him.
He thinks that the rivalry between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Gervonta Tank Davis is one of the most interesting stories going on in boxing right now. From being teachers and students to becoming bitter rivals, their relationship has been a mess of hurt feelings and claims of desire. Mayweather is known for being very careful with his business decisions. He stresses strategic waiting for young fighters, which may have gone against Davis's desire to move up faster. Davis won his first world title, which could have been a celebration of Mayweather's help. But some people noticed a change in Mayweather's behavior. Maybe a sign that his protege was growing up.
About leaving Mayweather on the Brian Custer podcast.
I didn't say I'm leaving. I said my contract was up.
So there's still a possibility that you may resign.
Yeah.
People first noticed when Mayweather, who had just come out of retirement for a practice fight, shared an old training video with Davis in it. While it seemed harmless, some saw it as a way for Mayweather to keep control of Davis's story. After this, Davis made a strange post on social media that said, "Never idolize anyone too much. They're going to fail you eventually." The message, which seemed general, hit home with fans. And Sue saw it as a subtle dig at May.
Of everything that Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe have done for him, so I do want him to do what he is saying. Take control of your career.
The last minute, Mayweather pulled out of a practice fight in Dubai in 2022, saying that something unexpected came up. Davis, who is always looking for a chance, made a harsh accusation on social media. "You out here are scamming again, taking people's money. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is undefeated. Where did the money go?" This public accusation not only made Mayweather's cash feelings public, but it also made people question his honesty. It was a clear breach of trust.
On saying, hey, this is my career, you had yours, I respect you from buying me a chain, buying me this, buying me that, take me on a jet, all that's great, but at the end of the day, I'm only going by his interview, you seen it and I seen it.
When Davis hit Floyd again, he said, "You haven't fought anyone in 10 years, so why are you holding me back?" But Floyd didn't shut up. "You're talking about dancing, and you can't even dance well. You should be worried about meeting real fighters instead of calling out retired legends," he said.
Lord Mayweather, for all the things you gave me, if the intentions was you just looking out for me.
Fans saw Mayweather's comments as an attempt to downplay Davis's achievements and draw attention away from his own lack of activity. Davis refused to back down, and he even said that he had surpassed Mayweather's achievements at a young age. And then boasted about a more lucrative fight deal, which not only sparked a new debate about Davis's boxing skills, but also hinted at a possible financial rivalry. He even went so far as to say,
"From the chains of somebody he still respects and respected."
In a surprise move, Mayweather chose Leonard Ellerbe as CEO of his promotional company instead of Davis's old trainer and mentor, Roger Mayweather. Davis, who was still under Mayweather's management at the time, saw this as a betrayal of loyalty and went on the offensive against Mayweather on social media, accusing him of mind games and trying to control everyone around him while being undefeated in both fights. Boxing fans were clamoring for a fight. It would be a clash of styles and generations, with Mayweather's famous defense going up against Davis's explosive power. The money implications were also big. A Mayweather-Davis fight would be a pay-per-view bonanza, making millions of dollars for both fighters. However, despite the excitement, the potential payday talk stopped.
Necessarily had to leave Mayweather Promotions about this. Becoming that man, handle your own, responsibility.
Mayweather stayed out of the spotlight and focused on promoting other fighters under his name. This led to rumors that he was avoiding a fight with Davis because he didn't want to lose to his former protege. Behind the scenes, the tensions were even more clear. Mayweather seemed to think that Davis wasn't ready for the big leagues yet and needed more time to grow in and out of the ring. This difference in opinion created a rift that grew over time.
Mayweather Promotions, they did a great job with me, but it was time for me to move on.
During training sessions, their friendship turned sour and hostile, with Mayweather's encouraging words turning into harsh criticism and rude insults. Davis started to distance himself from Mayweather's camp, training on his own and getting advice from more experienced fighters. Many saw this as a clear sign that Davis wanted to leave Mayweather's shadow and make his own way in the boxing world.
I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me.
As the rivalry grew, the media paid close attention to every statement, tweet, and interview. In one particularly revealing interview, Davis talked about his anger. "I adored, floated, and looked up to him, but it's evident now that he doesn't want me to shine. He wants all the attention for himself. Well, I'm done with that. I'm going my own way. and if he doesn't like it, it's too bad. This interview went viral, confirming the public's view that their relationship was tense. Mayweather, known for being smart, played the role of the misunderstood mentor, saying that everything he did was for Davis's benefit. In an interview, he said, "I want Tank to win, but he has to understand that it's a long game. Rushing things won't help him in the long run. I'm here to help him, not hold him back," but his deeds often seem to go against what he says, which makes both fans and critics more skeptical.
I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different?
At this point, boxing fans were split on whether Mayweather was really trying to help Davis by using tough love to prepare him for the challenges ahead, or whether Mayweather was just trying to keep his legacy alive and develop the next generation of talent. Davis's growing popularity and success only added to this story, with many seeing him as the future of boxing, ready to step out of Mayweather's shadow and into the spotlight.
For his victory. But if you done something spectacular when you sparred me, I'm going to remember.
Know that Flo, who ruled boxing for almost 20 years, made Mayweather the face of the sport and sold a lot of pay-per-views for almost every fight he was in. He says that we may never see another boxer capture the attention of fans in the same way that he did.
I think I got the, four top for pay-per-view. I still got a sharp mind. I think they were saying that Floyd Mayweather is, he's losing his memory.
Floyd Mayweather recently talked about why his protege, Gervonta, won't be able to break his pay-per-view records. He can do crazy numbers, but it's going to be hard for him to break my record because you have so many people taking, so many people taking, yes, streaming. It's still stealing because they're not paying for it and they're getting it free. It's stealing, Flo said. Flo is talking about all the new unauthorized streams that have sprung up recently. Networks find it almost impossible to stop them. Floyd Mayweather fought in simpler times, which is why he has 4 of the top 5 highest-grossing pay-per-view fights.
He can do crazy numbers. It's going to be hard to break my record because you have so many people stealing. So many people stealing.
The Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao fight, which was called the fight of the century, sold 600,000 pay-per-views and made $110 million just from those sales. Many people don't think the fight lived up to the hype, but it still holds the record and might not be broken for a while. Now that they've decided to fight, we know that they will draw huge crowds to build up to what will undoubtedly be an explosive fight. The bitter rivalry between the former teacher and student gives what will undoubtedly be a historic showdown a very personal edge. Mayweather trained Davis, so they know each other's strengths and weaknesses very well, which makes the stakes even higher.
I'm at that point where I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. When Floyd was 29,
Floyd Mayweather would go into the ring with the confidence of a fighter who has never lost. His career has been marked by strategic brilliance and flawless skill. The way he dodges punches, his ability to read opponents, and his precision in counterattacks have all helped him stay undefeated. Facing Tank, a fighter he trained and shaped, would be a unique challenge for Mayweather, who would have to predict every move Davis makes and rely on his knowledge and tactical skill to stay one step ahead of the other side. Gervonta Davis would bring his raw power and youthful aggression to the fight. Davis is known for his knockout potential and constant pressure, and he would try to overpower Mayweather with his explosive style.
He's the only one that drives a Mercedes. And last time I checked, we got fighters all around the world.
His punches are not only powerful, but also fast, making him a formidable opponent. The fact that Mayweather trained him means Davis has insights into Mayweather's techniques and strategies, potentially giving him an advantage. Don't forget that Tank's motivation would be driven by a desire to step out of Mayweather's shadow and create his legacy. The build-up before the fight is already stressful and intense. Davis has not shied away from making the feud personal, even involving Mayweather's daughter in their disagreements. This move has added a space was the place audio hurt space was. The place layer of animosity turned what could have been a business rivalry into a deeply personal war. We do know trash talk can flow between characters. The press interviews leading up to the fight would be filled with trash talk accusations and mind games heightening the anticipation. Mayweather, famed for his psychological warfare, would most certainly try to get under Davis' skin by doubting his ability and mental toughness. Davis, in turn, would establish his dominance and declare that he is prepared to dethrone. Also, both fighters have massive followings, and the story of their rivalry would capture viewers worldwide. The pay-per-view numbers would likely break records, despite the current challenges of illegal streaming. The attraction of seeing a former mentor and student face off, combined with the personal animosity between them, would draw in not only boxing fans, but also casual viewers intrigued by the drama, as analysts are also saying the fight would be a clash of styles. Mayweather's defensive skills and tactical brilliance would be tested against Davis' raw power and aggressive style. Mayweather would most likely employ a counter-punching strategy, utilizing his movement and defensive abilities to frustrate Davis and generate opportunities for accurate counterattacks. Davis, mindful of Mayweather's tactics, would need to find methods to get through his defense, possibly focusing on body shots to slow Mayweather down and offer opportunities for power punches to the head in the early rounds. Mayweather would try to control the tempo by using his jab to keep Davis bay and study his opponent's strategy. Davis, on the other hand, would most likely come out strong, attempting to impose his will and land major shots early in order to disrupt Mayweather's rhythm. He would employ his usual style and brains, attempting to figure out Mayweather in the early rounds and then seeing if he could maintain his pressure and break through Mayweather's defense. In the later rounds of the fight, conditioning and endurance will become more important. Mayweather is known for his endurance and ability to stay calm. Under pressure would have to stay focused and stick to his game plan. Davis would have to dig deep and rely on his drive and resilience to keep pushing forward and landing meaningful punches. The crowd would be on the edge of their seats, seeing not only a physical, but also a psychological battle. Mayweather's experience in high-stakes fights would help him stay calm and collected, while Davis's passion and desire to prove himself may push him to take risks and speed things up. The outcome of this fight would depend on a few key factors. Mayweather's ability to balance Davis's strength and keep up his defensive output mastery would be very important. If he can avoid taking major damage and use Davis's aggression to his advantage with precise counterpunches, he could beat Davis by decision. For Davis, it would be important to find ways to get past Mayweather's defense and land powerful shots regularly. If he can land a few clean, hard punches, he might have a chance to knock him out.
It's just this. Let's do it. Come on. See, a lot of fighters think it's just this.
The time after the fight would be just as interesting. If Mayweather lost, how would he deal with it, especially since he lost to someone he used to coach? Would he recognize Davis's potential for growth, or would his anger get in the way of any sense of sportsmanship?
Made so many sacrifices. Y'all looking at the end. Y'all looking at the end results. Y'all not looking at the shit where y'all go look at the interview and Zab gonna tell you.
Davis would be happy to win, but he would also feel pressured to live up to the expectations that come with beating a legend. He would have to deal with the challenges of newfound fame while keeping his eye on building his career. What do you think? Leave a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.